Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in and let's discussing a little bit the current energies, the reports, and what's going on. I had a great discussion actually with Nick. Look a little bit forward, talking about this masculine energies right now. The way the situations is that it's kind of like a repeating situations in there because next year we are going to have exact the same oppositions of Mars and Pluto in there. That is going to be leading to the rise of the masculine energies. And today was looking at that. Today is more about the feminine energies. Today is actually more about this working on the divine feminine energies, but at the same time, the masculine energies, they're going to be putting under pressure. And we're talking about under pressure, talking about like some of you maybe feel squeezed, rushed, pushed, and put like, for example, put all this carbon putting together, and it requires to be under pressure. So this intense pressure puts the pieces within you closer and closer and closer together. And this is why the divine masculine energies within you is going to be feel like it you've been squeezed. So with that being said, in there, those energies of today is going to be taking reflections of things that goes on with all over within the world. Most people want things, needs things, demands things, and so on. You have to face all this. At some point, you have to face all those situations, all those energies in there. And let's look at it and dive in within the energies. What is it going on? Actually, there is a noise here on outside, which is disturbing. I'll be back in a second. All right, that's better. I think. Oh, Grande, hi. Thank you for coming in, Grande. And talking about the energies today, if you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, your focus is going to be on that shift. That shift that was, and it is, with the moon shifting into Pisces. You may find more peaceful, but at the same time, you're diving within the mysteries. The moon is going to be joining Saturn, which is Saturn is right now sextile with the North Node um, and Jupiter. That is it about the destiny and the growth within in there. And the only thing you can do is allowing the things within. So at 6 o'clock in the morning, midheaven, the moon and Saturn, they're gonna be together. Their mainly focus it is about this North Node Jupiter situations in there. So with that being said, midheaven actually is a little bit ahead of the moon and is sensing a divine energies towards Venus that just entering Leo. Basically, is like don't look at your ego, don't look at anything else, look in the divine energies. And this is why that today these energies are going to be helping a lot into the divine. So talking about, I'm going to shift the screens here, so that way we can be more proper with the energies. And talking about this later on at 7 o'clock, those energies they're going to be shift, and it's going to be preparations for all this. That energy of the midheaven it's going to be moving into Pisces more. It is about to establish these divine communications with yourself. You're going to be looking at in there because Mercury and the midheaven and Pisces, that is a diving within the mysteries. What is this all behind? What is this within my life? Why I'm thinking differently? Why did this energy, this pull is like this? Why I'm nervous? Why my life is not good? Why? Well, the why, the answer is going to be coming in the next hour because in the next hour at 8 o'clock, the moon goes exactly within the divine energies within Venus. This is going to be for quite a bit in there. Those energies, they're going to be very active. They're going to be waking up until you look it up into the divine. So basically, the moon is going to providing you this spiritual intuitions that the feminine is been seeking it from within. Not this intuition is like, yeah, I can manipulate this, I can twist these things, I can fix these things, I can find some answers, I can go ahead and talk this and that, and I can see how to put these things together instead of looking at within her, within the divine. And this is going to be a very good time for the divine feminine energies to finally look at the place they never looked in their soul, or even better, within their own spirit within themselves. So this is energies attaching into Jupiter and to the North Node that cause some of the feminine energies. They're finally gonna get like, you know what? I finally get it. What I need to do. It's my destiny to do it, and I will do whatever it takes. So you are going to feel this energy. You're going to feel this positive energy. The question is what are you going to do with your masculine side of that? And the masculine side of that, it is about to be reborn. It's to be redone, to begin a new beginning, because it can't continue like this. It can't exist as a carbon when you are destined to become a diamond. But you have to go through the pressures. You have to go through the push. You have to be going into this uh, press, and at the same time you're put under pressure, under vacuum, and under electricity that is going to shock your systems. And some of the masculine energies later on, they may gonna need some help, but the divine feminine will be there to like, you know what, it is okay, you can go through it, it's your thing, it's all right, but I'm going to be here by you. We're not talking about codependency. We're talking about if as energy is there. So later on at 9 o'clock, that energy is going to be changed because the ascendant and Venus right now they're in a double divine energies. With Saturn, pretty soon Saturn is going to begin to teach Venus and the divine wisdom from within. Same way Mars learned this divine wisdom. So this is why the moon right now is preparing the divine feminine energies of this divine wisdom within. And it's going to be a very beautiful time because midheaven is together with Chiron. That is it about to fix the things with the authority. If you look at it throughout the day, most of the time, what is your authority? You look like somebody's controlling your authority. Something is telling you what to do. Somebody is leading you somewhere and you missing the lack of your authority. That is it because the sun does not have a direct, big, major aspects with anything. Because sometimes you take in your authority that leads you to a self sabotage there. Hey, Pallavi, thank you for coming in. And talking about the 10 o'clock now, the 10 o'clock energy is going to be rising up of this energy of the divine masculine that they see they have to go to this press, to this pressure, to be this polishing. They cannot sabotage these destinies. Their destiny to be pressed and squeezed and take care of out of this, of their system in there. It's time you to go through this painful energies of turning from a cocoon into a butterfly in there. You to become this magical masculine fairy. Okay. So looking at within all those energies, you might gonna feel awkward during this time at 10 o'clock because midheaven, Jupiter, and the North Node are squaring Mars. Is like Mars. Until you're not getting all this, what kind of destiny can you get? You're still a carbon only. You're not a diamond yet. I'm not letting you have it. I'm not letting you do this. You have to become the diamond. You have to grow up. And this is why when I'm Mars right now, here is at Leo, that is it about this beautiful growth there. So Later on at 11 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at 28 degrees. That 28 degrees of Leo, you need to look at it that because this 28 degrees of Leo is going to be affecting us. This kind of like the last degrees of Leo, the first degrees of Virgo. This is going to be a very special transformation processes, which is they're going to be coming in the next 3 years. Yep, you heard me now right. This is not a something that is going to happen overnight. Transformations doesn't happen overnight. And this is about you to learn patience. Who is not patient? The king, the ruler, the toxic ruler, who wants everything here and now. But the divine says, no, I'm not giving it right now. You haven't learned patience. If you learn patience, I'm giving it to you. If you have not learned, that's it. So if you look at it inside of yourself, that you may have to deal with things that it takes time you to develop, you to build within. This is at a time why the masculine and the feminine energies right now are putting into this pressure to become the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Union time, anyone? Well, you gotta grow. So at noon, that energy is moving because midheaven, that's the inner work, is in Gemini, the friendshipness, all those energies in there. And looking at that, the midheaven actually says, like, you know what? Look at this friendshipness. You gotta have this friendshipness from within to change. That is going to be one of the people understand what divine feminine does and what a divine masculine does. But how do you do that? You have to be friends. It doesn't matter what else your relationship is. Situationship, karmic relationship, soul relationships, twin flames, divine relationships, all asking one thing. Friends. You gotta be a friend. Otherwise, just you can't discussing issues, can't discussing problems. How come you ain't gonna be discussing becoming a divine masculine, divine feminine? If there is no friendshipness there, it doesn't work. Okay, and it has to come mutually from the both sides. So since Venus is within the divine energies, maybe the divine feminine will take an approach to work with the masculine energies within this. But all this is connecting with Pluto because midheaven, it is trining Pluto. It's trining this transformations. Pluto is in the last, because he's going retrograde, he's in within the last minutes within Aquarius, heading back into Capricorn. You're going to be having this in the next 3 years. Within 3 years, about right now, he's going to be on permanent base in Aquarius. So in the next 2 years, you're going to have the last chances, whatever you have to deal with, and major work that needs to be done within your own self is about these transformations of you at Capricorn. So you're going to feel like when Pluto goes back into Capricorn in a bit, you're going to feel this shift, fixing your material situations within you. All right. So talking about 1 o'clock midheaven, it's going to be with the sun in there. The kind of like midheaven makes a square with Neptune, but not the sun. Midheaven makes a square with the ascendant, but not the sun. So as you see it, the authority is not there, but you're looking at your authority. And if you try to take your authority there to push or rush or something, you're basically interfering within a God's plan, especially if you're interfering with another people or interfering with situations that you should not be pulled in the first place. What the heck are you doing in there in the first place? Or you're trying to put yourself in a situations because of something that you desire so much. And that is going to be coming in because of Mars is going to be squaring the North Node and that North Node squaring Pluto. Lack of transformations will lead to lack of your growth and destiny within you. But what can you do? Ascendant, that is at 21 degrees of Virgo, is in very beautiful communications with Mercury, also with Uranus, within the universe within. But at the same time, the ascendant is also beginning to have a beautiful trines with Pluto. What is the energies that rising up right now within the horizon? That is that energy that helps you to go ahead and see things before they happen. Divine is giving you the visions of things of life that are about to happen within you. A question is are you going to take it to manipulate it, or are you going to go with the flow? Whose flow it is? Divine. And if the things doesn't go away, you have to look like, okay, the things doesn't happen, there is a divine way to happen. I leave everything to the divine, but I maintain my peace. All right. So talking about later on at 2 o'clock, that is this energies of internal peace that is coming in. The balance is coming in. The ascendant is at 3 degrees of Libra. You getting these energies of everything is going to be balanced at the end. All I have to do is patience. And when October comes in, when that energy is actually is going to be very much divine, talking about from the second to the almost the seventh of Libra, there's going to be this 5 6 days there. Going to be a very magical, very powerful. Divine is going to be like they're going to be doing a lot of work like no tomorrow. I already seen it in the charts, but you have to look at these energies during these times that they are preparing you for this, little by little, little piece of the time. One more piece of the puzzle you put in on the table. One more energies you are fixing from within you. One more higher understandings you're getting from within you. But some of the people were not going to see this. They're going to be failing to see this. And that is going to come in because midheaven is in Cancer. There is squaring Neptune, it blinding your visions. Ascendant is opposing Neptune, blinding your visions from within you. Kind of like you're not seeing it, what's going on. There is something goes behind the veil, and you are wondering what is it behind the veil. Well, only thing you have to be is to be on the other side of the veil. That is it, that you to cooperate within the divine, and they're going to reveal to you what is all this about it. So later on at 3 o'clock, midheaven is going to be together pretty much with Lilith, but that is going to be only sextile with Uranus. You're learning how to leave everything in the hands of the universe. Ascendant is at 15 degrees of Libra. Maintain the balance within authority and the masculine energies. That energy is going to come in. Later on, you're probably going to be dealing with this, talking about energies late afternoon, maybe like after 11 o'clock energies in there, or even a little bit before that. But looking at within those energies, this is the time that you taking that authority from within you to maintain your own balance. And later on at 4 o'clock, again to that, there's going to be another divine energies that it comes in, but this time it's going to be between Saturn and Uranus. This is going to be a very interesting those divine energies there, because during this time, midheaven is together with Venus. Basically, it's time to really dig into these divine feminine energies. If you're now looking at, if you have issues with all this divine work, there is nothing goes on. There is a square with Uranus and the North Node. You're basically running away from your destiny. You may feel like I need to run from this. It scares me. My destiny scares me. My growth that I need to grow, it scares me. I don't have the balance within me, and I'm resisting to transform, to change, to evolve there. But on the good side, it is that the midheaven and Venus are connecting to Mercury, communications. Mercury, it is in sextile with Neptune. Neptune is sextile with Pluto. So you see how this energy moves from Venus, Mercury, Mercury, Neptune, Neptune, Pluto. That is it. To the oppositions there doesn't work. There is always a way around. And the divine gives you the way around. But Mercury is in divine energies with the ascendant of Libra. And it tells you, listen, you do this, you do this talk, you do this divine talk right now there. I'm going to bring you that balance. I'm going to give you these visions. Because ascendant is also divine energies with Neptune. And talking about this, the ascendant also is a trine with the moon, with your emotions. And the moon is in divine aspects with Venus. All is going to be connecting the right way for the divine feminine energies to understand more deeply their own understanding, their own powers, their own beauty within, but together, feminine with divine, caring, compassion, and all these energies that some of the females are holding on from within scares them to be a true feminine. But there is nothing scary to be. You're either going to be in fear or you're going to reach your destiny. And talking about these energies, at 5 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at 17 degrees of Leo. It's going to be close to the masculine energies. Ascendant is at 9 degrees of Scorpio, squaring the midheaven, and Venus and Mars. This is the time when both have a harsh time there. What are you going to do? And that is if one of the divine feminine will help. How? Venus is divine energies with the moon and Saturn. They are actually both supporting the feminine energies, learning how to help each other in the hard times. Because the moon and Saturn, they are in ascendant with they are entwined with the ascendant. What is the energies that rise on? This is going to be the message that tells you feminine help the masculine. Okay? If you have pride within you as a masculine energies, you're basically rejecting your feminine. You use the power of ignorance in there. And there is nothing worse than the ignorance because the ignorance destroyed the humanity. I'll talk about this today in the main chat. Get ready for it. It's gonna be a really masculine perspective in there about this ignorance in there. With the divine feminine flavor, which is nice and peaceful at the same time. So, talking about those energies later on, okay, at 6 p.m., the midheaven is going to be at 3 degrees of Virgo, the ascendant is going to be at 21 degrees there, and that 21 degrees in divine energies with the sun, the authority right now. You take in the divine authority, or the divine is going to take the authority over you. Surrender anyone? Especially the masculine energies who's going to have to surrender to the nurse to heal them. You know, that pride that's like, oh, I don't need this. I can handle pain. I'm suffering. Oh, I'm suffering. I can handle this pain. Oh, I'm suffering. No, you're not. This is the moment that you have to rise up and allow the feminine energies to help you because you're feeling like weak. No, you're not weak. Actually, vulnerability is the strength as a masculine energies inside of you. And you better put your brain in there with that. Because some of the masculine are sabotaging their destiny because of this. So at 7 o'clock, midheaven is going to be at Virgo, is going to be squaring the authority, and it's going to be opposing Neptune. Oof, yeah, authority. What authority? Your authority. This is like the nurse says, like, okay, if you say not in pain, I'm not going to help you, even though the nurse knows exactly that you're in pain. But she cannot go against your will because later on it can tell, hey, I didn't want these painkillers, but the nurse gave it to me anyway. I'm going to sue it. So the family, it's like, okay, you're stubborn, beat the head of your gold wall and go knock yourself out, do your own things. Okay? But this is going to be orchestrated by the universe because that's how the both are learning there. Ascendant is a 3 degrees of Sag. That is going to be divine energies with Neptune and with Jupiter and the North Node. Destiny. Some people going to be failing within their destiny because this is going to repeat, but not exactly this. This is the beginning of the destiny. Are you going to be able to reach that destiny within you within the next 3 years? Guess what's going to happen within the next 3 years? Jupiter is going to be in the best place of growth in Cancer family. Union time for anybody? But you got to have the patience. So later on at 8 p.m., the midheaven it goes where the Libra ascendant was a few hours ago. And these divine energies between Saturn and Jupiter with the North Node are coming. Balance is made. Finally, the masculine surrender their way because the ascendant is trinic with Mars and is like, hey, don't be stubborn. Stop being like this. Okay? Get this medicine, get this care, get this love, open yourself up, and everything is going to be okay. Don't act like a little child. Be a wise man. Growth in there. And midheaven, it is in divine energies with both Saturn and the Moon. Those are double divine energies there. And at the same time, this is a divine energies with Jupiter and the North Node, which is doubling divine energies there. Beautiful sextile with Venus, the divine feminine energies, and the beautiful trines there with Pluto. This is when the divine feminine is actually stepping within her divine powers to help. And at the same time, the divine powers are helping the divine feminine within to make this balance, to make this peace there. So if you're working on your feminine energies, you're going to have no issues there. So later on at 9 o'clock, midheaven, it's 21 degrees of Libra. That is a divine energies with Uranus, the universe. The universe give you this balance within yourself, and then you balancing what? Authority. Midheaven, it's 21 degrees of Libra, and that is a in beautiful trine with the 18 degrees, almost 19 degrees Sun in Gemini. Are you friends with the divine? Are you friends within the universe? Hopefully you are. Hopefully you are there. And the moon is saying it's moving a little bit forward from Saturn. Now the moon, it's going to be helping the masculine. You listen to intuitions in there? You probably are. You probably are. And hopefully you are. Okay? So the same time, the ascendant is the divine energies with Mercury. This is probably a moment for the divine feminine, divine masculine to have a very good talk, or maybe set up the stage for the talk. And at 10 o'clock, the ascendant, there is a 12 degrees of Capricorn. It is actually beautiful divine energies with Mars, who is almost at the 12 degree, which is 11 degrees and 50 minutes at Leo. And the midheaven, though, the inner work, it is about grinding it out, squeezing these toxic situations within. It can't be existing anything else except carbon into the pure diamond. So there could be a nothing exist within you until you're not purified. And both Venus and Mars are looking these purifications processes with them. So if you're getting purified at this moment, you go into this purge this time, you're going to feel those energies. Because those energies are, if they're not purified, they're going to be breaking up your destiny within you, your growth within you. And later on at 11 o'clock, midheaven, it's going to be at 22 degrees of Scorpio. Beautiful trines with Neptune. You see the visions why everything happened. You evaluate the day, self awareness within you. But that is going to be opposing Mercury and universe. Are you blaming the universe within all this? That the universe is wrong, that you have shadow work, you have purge to do. Actually, the universe is helping you to have a better life within there. So some of you maybe have this negative self-talk to yourself. Don't do it, but following the visions within. Following the visions, because these visions are already going to lead you to a one thing. Mars, divine energies with this is going to be divine intuitions from within your own self. All right, guys. So that's what it was, the Astro-gravitational report. If you want to discuss the energies, let's go have some fun. If not, let's share the love and the light. And I will see you here tomorrow. All right. I know that some people they want to have a quick review of the energies, so I'll do the quick view there. And also that is it about. People can come in and discussing the things. And today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, the failure to see your ignorance within you, and how that affects you and how that affected the world. But it's going to be kicking tail. But don't try to get the things right. All right, guys. Pallavi, you're welcome. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. And thank you. Let's share us the love and the light. And I will see you later on in the main channel. So here there is a cosmic love and a cosmic gifts. Thank you for coming in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Be love and be peace.